This is Aika. She's enjoying the shade of the umbrella today. Aika! So we are in the middle of yet another heat wave in Europe, and Poland isn't the hottest country in Europe right now, but we can still feel it because we're living in a van and tent as we build our tiny house. So living in a van in the summertime isn't everyone's cup of tea, especially if you're an American like me who is used to having air conditioning 24/7, but it's still totally doable. This isn't the most comfortable setup during the day, but it's still way better than last summer when we were boiling in Croatia while we were living in our van, because now at least we'll have our tiny house to look forward to once summer ends. So in this video, I'll explain how I survive living in our van during the summer and offer you some tips for staying cool. So this is our setup right now. We just bought this umbrella yesterday to offer some more shade. In the garden area, we have this big tent that connects to our van. So this gives us a lot of area, but it's still pretty warm, especially in the tent. The van is actually one of the coolest areas of our little house here. And the reason why the van is so cool is actually all the insulation that we put in when we were building the van. So you can check the video description for a link to our van build playlist. But basically we like over insulated the van just so it's cool in the summer and warm in the winter. If we could do it over again, we would choose a van with no windows, because then that would allow us to insulate the entire thing and it would just be that much cooler. Because now we try to keep all the windows protected, like with a sunshade or with this Blackout Fabric that we got from IKEA, which I'll show you once we go inside. But really insulation is like super important. Yeah, because the sun can be beating on the van like it is now and it's still relatively cool inside the van. And that's just because of all the insulation that we put in when we were building it up. This is Aika. She's enjoying the shade of the umbrella today. Aika! So this is our tent. Yeah, in the tent it definitely feels like an oven. It's like, this is the hottest part of our little campsite. But yeah, I'll just show you the van too. Can you see in here? Yeah, so here we cover all the windows with this Blackout Fabric. That's so no light can get out of the van and then no light comes in. And we wanted the Blackout Fabric because if you're like stealth camping in a city, that way no one can tell there's people living inside the van. It's like specifically called Blackout Fabric, meaning like absolutely no light comes through. Works super well. We bought it at IKEA. It comes in like curtains, so we just had to cut the curtains to size to cover all the windows. But yeah, if we could do it again, I would really prefer a van with no windows at all, because we never have these open, honestly. It's more important to keep the van cool than to have natural light coming through. Because if you want natural light, we just go outside. Oh, I am so tan right now. So yeah, if we're considering redesigning the inside of this van, so we'll probably just like insulate over the windows or do something to get rid of the windows. But yeah, windows, not good for the summer. We have some fans here. This is a USB fan. So it just plugs into our USB charging area here. And everything runs off of solar. This thing is really cool. This is a new addition to the van this summer. It's an air conditioner, but it's really just a fan that blows water through this thing. So it's like a swamp cooler, I guess. That's what Kuba says. And this thing is really cool because it does cool off the space really well. It's not USB, but it's just a regular plug, so we just plug it in and use the solar energy to power that, but we can just let them run non-stop because we're never at a risk of not having enough energy. Even if you don't live in a van, I highly recommend getting one of these things because it's a nice little fan and it cools off so much. And I'll put a link in the video description for this thing so you can find it on Amazon if you want. Other important thing for surviving these types of temperatures in a van is this vent. You can put a little fan in here too, But right now we just have the vent without a fan, so we just keep this open during the day, get some nice airflow in there. But yeah, this is essential. You could not survive without a vent like that. Maybe someday we will put the fan in, I don't know, but for now this works well. So when it's super hot like this, your clothing is like mega important. You don't want to be wearing like tight stuff, things that make you sweat. So I try to stick to clothing that's loose, light, breathable fabrics, things that whisk away sweat and have odor protection. And this is one of my favorite shirts right now. It's a muscle shirt. I don't know if you can see it. From Organic Basics. You may have seen my review video for some of their products. They sent me a gift card before to try out some of their activewear, and I really like them as a company. I love their products, so they sent me some more stuff to try, and this shirt came just in time for this build because it is super hot out here, and I need something that I can wear every day that just like keeps me dry and comfortable. This shirt's actually made of recycled nylon, and it has silver threads woven through it, and that prevents the shirt from smelling over time. So I've worn this shirt every day since I got it in the mail like a week ago, and it does not smell. Their long sleeve shirt, which I have not washed it since I got it in Krakow, and I don't even know how long that was, weeks ago, but I wear it every night to bed. I really like these clothes because I don't have to wash them that often, and who knows when I'll have to wash this, but that just helps me save water, energy, time. But the most important thing is that they're all made ethically in Europe, and you can actually check the specific factories on their website. So yeah, if you're interested in trying out Organic Basics, check my video description for my affiliate links to these products, and you'll find a 10% discount code as well. But I highly recommend stuff like this for the summer because it just keeps you cool and dry. They also have like tank tops, t-shirts, underwear, bras, other basics like that made with recycled nylon, fibers made from eucalyptus trees, which is pretty cool, organic cotton. Kuba's even convinced to try their stuff too, because part of our like minimalist uniform is like a black t-shirt. Once our black t-shirts crap out, we will look to Organic Basics to get replacements because their stuff is like super good quality, so it'll last for years. We feel good knowing that this company actually looks into like every little detail about how they make the clothes to make sure it's sustainable, ethical, good quality, so I really like them. But yeah, don't forget to check my video description for my affiliate links and my 10% discount code so you can try some of the clothing for yourself. And then some other clothes that I really like in the summer are things like this, which these are from thrift shops. This is like my favorite tank top. And then this dress is my favorite dress too, also from a thrift shop. Just light and airy. And then with stuff like this, I don't have to wear a bra, which is really nice because I just try to wear like minimal clothing. And then like another example from a thrift shop is this like light and airy top that I just wear over a little bra, like a bralette from the Gap. And that's nice and light as well. This is Kuba's favorite type of shirt in the summer. It's like a linen blend, so that keeps him nice and cool as well. The fabric you wear is like super important to keeping you cool. And here we have another fan. This is for the kitchen. This is also a USB fan. This is just a battery bank, which I keep it in this tofu box because when I take it outside, I don't want it to get like super hot. We try not to cook too much because that just makes the tent heat up even more. But we do have to use the stove from time to time to like make coffee. And then in the evenings, it does cool off a lot once the sun goes down, so I'll cook something like pasta using our gas stove. But during the day, we really try to avoid cooking. We just have things like fruit, bread with jam and peanut butter, and then like sandwiches with tofu and veggies, because that helps us keep cool too, because then you're not like sweating from the hot food you're eating. But yeah, check out our kitchen space now. It actually looks really nice now that I've organized everything. We got this on OLX, so it's a used dresser. Looks really cool. Put our clothes in there. And then this table we got from Castorama, but it feels so good to have like a legit kitchen setup in here. And since it's actually cooler outside than it is in the tent, we can just chill in the shade here, as Aika is doing, thanks to our new umbrella. Hi, Ka. We also got her this teepee from Coughlin, so she has a little shade too. I'm so sweaty filming this. Not as sweaty as you building. Oh, that looks good though. We don't have electricity on this property yet. It's supposed to be here maybe like in a month or so. So until then, all of our like appliances and even our power tools for the build are charged in our van using our solar panels. Or that's 200 watts of solar panels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's enough energy for all of our stuff and more. We've never had a problem running out of solar energy.
Yeah, because like when we were building a van, several people were telling us like, oh, 200 watts is definitely not enough. You'll definitely need more. Or like wind turbines and stuff like that. And we really, the only time that we had it go lower than like half of the battery was when we were in Dresden.
Oh no, it was rainy.
And for a week it was raining.
Yeah.
And we both were using our computers heavily.
Yeah.
So that was the only time. Now we power all this with.
Yeah, even the saw and everything.
Yeah, it all works fine.
That's so cool. So when it's hot like this, we do try to shower every day. Kuba definitely has to shower because he's building and getting all dusty. Sometimes I skip it depending on how I feel. But anyways, we have this shower tent. Yeah, it feels great to shower every day using that 'cause it's like a real shower. We just have the hose with the sprayer head. I'll show you what it looks like. It's pretty big actually. And the water just drains behind the shower. We have a shower frog or toad or something. There are a couple of them who live in here. Shower frog! This is the stick I use to check for bugs in the shower. And it's great that we have a water connection here because we can like wash our face off here. I mean, now the water's like boiling hot because the hose has been sitting out there, but it's still nice to be able to like wash ourselves off. Having a water connection here like makes things so much easier too, because last summer in Croatia, in the van, we just had these water jugs. And so like showering and cooking and everything, you have to really manage like how much water you use. But here we have a water hookup so we can shower. It's a luxury, really.
Yeah, it is.
Do you have anything to add about tips for staying cool?
Park in the shade.
Yeah.
Because really, in the summer, if it's really sunny and your batteries are fine, you're not using that much energy, that's like a great thing.
Yeah.
And even if for most of the day the van will be in the sun, it's nice to park in a place where in the morning it's shady.
Yes, you don't wake up hot.
Exactly, you don't wake up in like a, oven.
Yeah.
Basically. But our van is pretty good, like it's so well insulated, it's like it doesn't really bother us at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like a thing.
Yeah, so park in the shade if you can.
Exactly. Sometimes you have to manage, charging batteries. Because if you were to stay every day for like a week in the shade, then obviously that's going to suffer a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. And last but not least, super important is to stay hydrated. We drink so much water here, it's like crazy. And I don't like drinking plain water. Maybe that's weird, but I wanted to have some flavor. So we get these like syrups. This is strawberry flavor and cranberry. It's basically like a fruit flavored sugar syrup. And then we add it to the water to give it some flavor. This ensures that I will actually drink loads of these because all day long you're sweating, you need to stay hydrated. So even though it's not like super comfortable right now staying in this type of setup, I still really enjoy living in the van and with this tent. We're just so excited to finally be building our tiny house. We can't wait to finally move in there. So we're looking forward to that day. But until then, we will happily live in the van, even though it's roasting outside. But at least we have ways to keep cool. So I hope you liked this video. Let me know if you have any tips to share. Maybe you live in a van already or you're planning on living in a van. Let me know. And don't forget to check my video description for links to the Organic Basics clothing, because you can save 10% off your order. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to follow our tiny house build. I'll be posting videos as often as I can. We'll see you soon.
You can pet me, but it's still my time for sleeping. I don't wake up till 5.
Yep. So cute.
Did it again.